Welcome to the best 15 minutes of your day. Get comfortable for the next few minutes and enjoy what is about to happen. This is What Happened in the Field with Nestor Noguera. What Happened in the Field is brought to you by Mama Jenny's Pizza. Did you know that now you can enjoy karaoke every Wednesday night? Join us so you have an unforgettable night with your friends ordering your favorite pizza and beer. We are approaching to the end of the semester, and we want to make sure that you take a little fun and tasty break from schoolwork. Find us at 11720 Northeast 2nd Avenue at Miami Shores.
And we're off. Once again, everyone's left the line cleanly. And it's California that's jumped into the lead. The defending champions have a half a deck on everybody else in the field who's pretty much level.
Good afternoon. Welcome to What Happened in the Field. My name is Nestor Noguera. Did you know our school has a rowing team? I learned it recently and this really impresses me. How cool it is a sport where you ride a boat and you have to move it with your own strength. Isn't that amazing? I always consider myself as a sports fan. Since I was little, many sports called my attention, and I've always enjoyed watching soccer, baseball, and basketball, just to name a few sports. When I learned Barry University had a rowing team, I was like, wow, rowing? How does that work? What does it take to do this? So I really needed to find out more information about this sport and our team. You know, a true sports fan must know, if not all, most of sports. You are listening to What Happened in the Field in 99.5 The Mix. I recently wrote this article in the Buccaneer newspaper about the new players that the Barry rowing team has. Today, I have the pleasure to talk with Cierra Salzano. She is the captain of this team. Let's welcome Cierra. Thanks first for being here. And let's start talking about your beginnings in this sport. Tell me, what led you to practice rowing? Why did you choose this sport?
So I have been athletic my whole life, and rowing was never a sport that I was a part of, actually. I started here at Barry my sophomore year, and it was kind of because I missed being a part of a team, and I really missed the camaraderie and being active, so I needed to get into something that got me more in shape, more athletic, feel a part of Barry University, and work hard at something else other than school to keep my time occupied.
Yeah, for sure. And how's rowing in California? You're from San Diego.
Yes.
Is it common over there?
You know, it's really interesting doing these, kind of listening to these questions, because rowing has never been a part of my life. So when I was in San Diego, I saw there's a Mission Bay boat club, and they're all over the place, and there's huge races in San Diego. It's actually a pretty big area for rowing, but it was never something that I was really into it. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what the sport was about until I got here, and now I love it. Yeah, I love it.
Did you go to undergraduate school here in Miami?
Yeah, so I started here at Barry my freshman year, and now I'm in the graduate program, so I had an extra year left to row, and I wanted to take advantage of it. Okay, so you started recently too? Yeah, I just started... This is my 4th year. Oh, okay. That's amazing, Sarah. Sarah, tell me, how did your parents feel about your decision of playing this sport? Did they support you? Yes. My parents are very supportive of me, especially with rowing. They think it's great that I'm a part of something. They love that I'm a part of a team still. They've always supported me when I've been in sports, and this is something that actually my 3rd year I thought about quitting rowing and going to do an internship instead. And my parents really wanted me to row. They thought that it was just good for my well-being. It just makes me a well-rounded person athletically and socially and competitively, and it's just something that I enjoy and they could see, and they definitely support me in this. You are listening to What Happened in the Field in 99.5 The Mix. Awesome.
And tell us your experience waking up so early for the rowing training sessions. Because I know that you guys usually start at 6 or maybe sometimes at even, I don't know if at 5 a.m., but I just know it's so early. So how do you handle that? Are you so tired all day long?
Yeah, so actually it's a struggle. The first few years I started, we had practice at 5:30, which means I woke up at 5 in the morning, and you hear that alarm at 5 in the morning and just, your body hurts. It's just painful, but actually when I wake up and I'm out of bed, I'm finally ready, it's such a good feeling. And especially right after practice, when you see the sun rising, you're like thinking to yourself, wow, I've accomplished so much and it's not even 7 in the morning yet. It's like, it's a great feeling.
You feel that your day,
I've started so ahead.
You can do so many things.
Yeah, it's really nice, but it hurts waking up that early, definitely.
And that actually makes you feel better. I mean, because it's what you're saying, you feel that the day is so useful for you, and you can do so many things. You can do homework or whatever.
Well, homework is the last thing I want to do, but yeah.
I mean, not at that time, but of course, definitely much.
No,
better.
it's a good feeling in the end. After that initial shock, I have to set 10 alarms to make sure
really?
I wake up. But yeah, it's good. It's good.
And why do you guys train so early? What makes it that special?
I think one reason is because we have to get a lot of things ready in order to drive to the boathouse. I mean, we don't have water here to row on, so it takes about 30 to 45 minutes to just get ready to be on the water. So by that time starts, there's other teams that are already training, but also the water is really calm in the morning, so it makes us have a really good practice if the water's calm.
Yeah, and if you practice in noon, it'd be very different?
It's a good practice if it's not calm, if the water's choppy. It's still good for us, but we still tend to do the early morning practices, and I think that's also just a coach's preference. Yeah.
I see. And what time do you go to bed usually? And I guess you have to go so early because then at the next day you can't wake up.
Yeah, no, you're right. Well, I go to bed probably, I feel my body at 9:30 saying you're done. At 9:30 p.m. my body is starting to just shut down.
Let's go.
Yeah, 10 o'clock I'm all right. And if I lay down at 10 o'clock I'm out. But probably 11 I'll go to sleep and still have to wake up pretty early, but it's not too bad. A lot of coffee.
A lot of coffee, yeah. Coffee always helps.
Yes.
I'll tell you by experience. If it weren't for coffee, I guess my GPA would be much lower.
Yeah, right? Same.
Definitely. And do you practice on the weekend also or just weekdays?
Yes, so we have practice Saturday morning. Sundays are one day off, so we have Monday to Saturday early in the morning training.
Cierra, tell me, have you ever thought, this is what I want to do the rest of my life? Do you want to be professional after you finish your graduate school, or you want to dedicate to something else?
Well, my second year, my first rowing coach here, the assistant, Lindsay Shoup, she was an Olympic gold medalist for the USA team.
Okay.
And she started at the same time I did. At age 20, decided to start rowing and made it to the Olympics, won gold. And I was really motivated by that and inspired by her story. And so my second year, I was thinking I could do something with this. And then I think that's kind of comical because now that this is my last year rowing, my body is, this is a rough sport. I have played soccer and track and done cross country, and this is the hardest sport by far that I've ever had.
Because a lot of people say that, rowing, you just literally have to row.
It looks so beautiful, and then that's when you're doing it right, is when people just look calm on the water, but just imagine having to pull so much weight and then push with your leg. It's a very extenuating sport for sure.
The other day when I went to the practice, it was so windy, and I look at the players, and all of them were very sweat. And I was like, oh my God, but it must be so hard because look at them, and it's windy. It's not even hot.
Yeah.
So when I look at them, I was like, oh my God, they must be suffering a lot.
Yeah, you know those erg machines in the gym? Have you seen? There's it's called an erg. Get on that for a while. Oh yeah, that'll hurt you.
Yeah. You are listening to What Happened in the Field in 99.5 The Mix. Sierra, this year you guys have a lot of new players in the team, a lot of freshmen. Mm-hmm. How do you think they can contribute to the enhancement of the team?
Yeah, it's definitely a different dynamic this year because half the team left and it's just all of a sudden you look and it's a whole new team. And so it did take some time for us to adjust to each other. They're coming from different backgrounds, different countries, let alone just having a completely different background in this sport. And so to be able to, this sport is about synchronicity. And if you're not in sync, then you're not going to go anywhere. So it took some time to develop us to all be together. And now that we're actually understanding each other and feeling out the boat together and getting our rhythm together, it's going to be great. I mean, I'm kind of sad that this is my last year because it would be fun to see these girls grow at Barry and see how well they do with the training, because we've done very well. Our coach just sent us a message today. Mm-hmm. And we're ranked 3rd in the nation right now, so that's a good thing. We're moving up, and hopefully, hopefully we'll be number 1 pretty soon.
So you are ranked number 3 in Division 2 from NCAA?
Correct.
That's a lot.
Pretty good, right?
That's really nice.
Yeah. Thank you. It's pretty good. Happy about it.
Great news for us, the community. And what are your expectations this season? I know you have like 4 more tournaments, something like that. What are your plans over there? Of course, winning. Do you think you have a chance?
I do. So we have 2 boats. That's how it works. We have an 8. So there's 8 people in there, and then there's another 4. I'm in the 4, and every race we've had, we've won. And not just won by a little, we have won. So that is a great feeling when you're in the boat and you can see those boats behind you. I think we have great potential to make it to nationals, which, that says a lot to be able to even make it that far. And hopefully both boats go, because the way that it works, it's a very crazy system.
Nationals is when you compete with teams from other states.
Yeah, so actually my first year in nationals, we went all the way back to California. I was so happy. My parents got to go. Yeah, I was so happy. But this year it's in Florida, so we don't go too far. But so every team that's Division 2 that has made it, you have to be able to score a certain amount of points, get certain times to get to nationals. And it's looking really good for us. That is the main goal, is to get to nationals. And I think we even have a pretty good chance of winning. We've had only 2 races this far, but I think that if we keep doing what we're doing now, we could bring in a lot of speed, and it's looking really good. I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure. One last question for you, Sierra, before I let you go. What is your opinion about this team? Your general opinion about it? What do you think?
About the
rowing team?
Oh, God, it's great. Every girl out there, I think, gives it their all, and that is all you can ask for in a teammate, is to see that everyone's trying their hardest. And that's all I want.
Great. Well, good luck
Thank you.
in your other competitions and in everything you'll do in the future. And thank you so much. Sierra is a player that proudly represents her university in this sport. Just like her, there are different players in that team with a similar story. They come from other places with a dream on mind. It's really impressive to see what Barry has to offer. Who in the world would think that such a small school has a rowing team? And the captain, she's a Californian. I'm used to see here only people from the Northeast and Latinos. And we see all this diversity in a campus so small with only a few students. That is why studying and living in the United States is such a unique experience. You never know what you might encounter. Thanks for listening What Happened in the Field with Nestor Noguera. See you next time!